King Lear, Act 1. What I love about this play is its truth. How one approaches a person with dementia makes a difference. This play is about the cognitive decline of King Lear, where he's really deteriorated. And because of the family's lack of understanding about this, he is thrown into a tailspin. Dementia is a slow, gradual impairment in a person's memory, thinking, behavior, and personality. In Act 1, Scene 1, Goneril speaks of her father, the king. You see how full of changes his age is. The observation we have made of it hath not been little. This is early on-stage dementia, changes in mood, in their behavior, and in their personality. What the play shows well is the truth about this disease, in that it is about the experience of the entire family. The entire family here is going through this journey. Dementia affects everybody. Dementia is not a disease of the patient. Dementia is a disease of the family. The more knowledgeable and the more empowered the caregivers are, the better care the person with dementia will receive. This play shows the great lack of understanding and management in dealing with Lear's dementia. This play shows an unfortunate situation, a dark ages, so to speak, in dealing with dementia. What really strikes me most at the beginning of this play, what I find problematic, is when Cordelia triggers her father with speaking the word nothing. Her father asks her to praise him, to tell him how much she loves him, and she responds with the word nothing. Kent speaks of Lear's outrage over this. What would thou doest, old man? Thinkest thou that duty should have dread to speak, when power to flattery bows? He blames Lear for seeking flattery. And he says to Cordelia, the gods to their dear shelter take thee, maid, that justly thinks, and hast most rightly said. This is not what dementia is all about. Saying the truth, being right. In fact, this is the opposite of what it is to deal with dementia. In dealing with dementia, if a word causes anxiety, use a different term. Lear doesn't like this, and when he asks Cordelia to speak again, she says the word nothing. If a word causes anxiety, use a different term. And so Lear goes absolutely mad. For example, my brother's mother-in-law has dementia, and she does not respond well with the word medicine. So they've changed the word to magic. It is time to take your magic. Then when that stopped working, they crushed the medicine and put it into her favorite drink, Frappuccino. When dealing with dementia, you play the ball where it lies. This is a lifelong, long-haul disease. What Kent and Cordelia do not understand is that people with dementia get lost in familiar situations and misinterpret information. People with dementia have a difficult time interpreting their surroundings. People with dementia misperceive situations or actions as threats. Dementia affects the regions of the brain that are responsible for interpreting sights and sounds. A person with dementia may even experience hallucinations, as King Lear does later on in this play. So when Kent says to Lear that he is mad, this does absolutely nothing but aggravate the situation. People with dementia do not see themselves as having problems. They do not realize that they need help. They have an impaired insight towards their own cognition due to the disease. And when Kent says, "See better, Lear," this is absolutely impossible because of the disease. The bottom line here is that how one approaches a person with dementia makes a difference. And everyone is doing everything wrong, and so everything and everyone is spinning out of control. Later in Act 1, Regan is the one to not understand the behavioral and psychological complications that come with the disease. And when it comes to sexual matters, people with dementia often become uninhibited and lose sight of what is proper or improper. This is why it is so important to stay calm and be patient. You do not want to escalate tensions, which is exactly what Regan does. When dealing with dementia, you do not want to be demanding or bark orders at your loved one. You do not want to allow your annoyance or frustration to become part of the problem. Use a calming tone of voice and have positive body language, calming gestures, and a gentle touch. How one approaches a person with dementia makes a difference. And we see in Act 1 how Kent failed at the beginning. But then he realizes a few things and he tries again later with great success.